Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now at the World Cloud Show Africa on the Tech Talk on Edge Computing, leading the road to improve data security systems, we're joined by Ravi, Senior Vice President at Cloud4C Services, Mumbai. With 24 plus years of experience in emerging technologies, Ravi helps the organizations drive their applications and infrastructure modernization journey through cloud adoption and transformation framework. With this, I'd request Ravi to join us on the stage and screen. Thank you so much, Ravi. Welcome to the World Cloud Show Africa. Over to you.
Thank you, Bhavna. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I hope you guys are safe and doing well. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and share my screen. Just let me know when you're able to see it.
Yes, we're able to see. Over to you, Ravi.
Thank you very much. Thanks. So today's topic, right? We just now have seen that what Dr. Kade mentioned, that digital transformation or having the right cloud governance is very important, right? So today I'll be talking about how we can accelerate the cloud adoption, right? What are the things which we need to do, how we can do it well, how do we ensure that the cloud migration or the cloud journey is defined well, how we can have the things from a security or from a governance or from a compliance standpoint are defined well, right? So today, if you look at it in current trends in Africa, right, what we have seen, and this is through the source from the various sources, Africa has already embarked onto the digital transformation. So today, what we've been predicted for 2025, we are seeing it now. Okay, and that's a good sign. And the best thing which we have seen is that in Africa, the hybrid cloud adoption or planning for the hybrid cloud adoption is much higher compared to the other part of the world, and that's an excellent thing. And looking at the financial institute today, right, what they are doing from a making the customer happy or from a customer satisfaction standpoint, right, they have adopted all cloud native, so like for example chatbots and other digital services, right? So this is a trend in Africa, and that's a very good sign. Okay, now moving forward, right, this is the usual business challenge we get into it no matter where we are. Okay, the service levels, always we are worried about how to maintain the service level. Coming to the cost, right, the cost always we would like to have the lower the cost and get the maximum out of it, and that's how it works out. But there's a challenge to that, right? Security and the compliances and ensuring the business efficiency. So when you try to fix one, right, you have the challenges with the other three, right? So how do we address this? What is that we should be doing it to ensure that our cloud transformation and the digital journey does not impact, or there's a minimal impact to any of these four pillars, right? So what do we recommend today, right? We recommend that there are 5 pillars you should look at it to build the fault tolerance IT system, which will have the maximum availability, which is complied as per the standard, and it is easy to access. Okay, so there are 5 frameworks which we recommend to any organizations, right, when you are trying to do the transformation. So these are the transformation framework which you would need. The first framework, right, it talks about the resetting and building operations resiliency, right? With this, you have to look at how do you do the business function modernization, right? And how do you ensure that there is a scalability, there's a performance, and you can have the integrations with other businesses, right? So this is something which is an open framework which you need to define. The second framework, right, which we encourage all the organizations to do is the Management and Operations Act framework. What does this mean is that you need to have lots of automations, okay, today, to have the faster and the smart informed decision-making system. So in case if there are any issues with your application, infrastructure, if you have issues with your security or the compliances, right, you should be able to detect before it impacts your SLA, it impacts the cost, and it impacts your business functions, right? So you need to have the smart management framework defined. Okay. The third framework which we recommend is that you need to have the global and local regulated security framework. Okay. Every business today, if you look at it, right, you may be servicing in your own country, example Ethiopia or Kenya, right? But no, it's that's not true. You would, so you need to have the global standards and the local regulated security compliance framework ready. Okay, so there are many standards, around 12 or 15 global standards, which you need to ensure that it is being taken care into your framework. So when you are deploying something onto the cloud, all those things are in place, right? You don't have to run So when you transform, right, you don't have to go back and redo the things, because when you redo the things, you definitely hamper the SLAs, you definitely hamper the cost. I mean, whatnot, right? The second or the third or fourth framework which we talk about is and encourage all the organizations to build is the business continuity framework. Okay, so here we are not talking about just having the backup or having the disaster recovery onto the cloud. What we are saying is that you should have the plan B for every business critical application. So if, let's say you are running an application A, and in case your business wants to now enable more functionality or wants to have uh, better functionality, right? Application A vendor may come and say that, look, it's going to take 3 months for us. Now you cannot wait for the 3 months. So that means you need to have the plan B, so that this plan B you can adopt temporary or you can do it permanent. So this type of things you would need to ensure that your business continuity is being maintained. Okay. The last one is our users, our customers, right? So how do we ensure that they are working effectively? They are reaching what they are supposed to, so efficiency, right? So keeping the safety, data leak prevention, there are many other things, right, in mind, that we need to have the right framework for solutions like desktop as a services, mobile apps, or workspace collaboration. And for the end users, so we need to have the solutions like chatbots, many other things, right? So you need to plan well. So these are the 5 pillars. If you define well, your transformation roadmap would be smooth. Okay. Now what's going to happen when you define that? You are going to adopt the hybrid cloud, and that's the trend today. Okay, the hybrid cloud is the trend. um, Now let's say if you are doing the transformation to the cloud, okay, what we have seen of the workload to the cloud, at the max they are converting the databases to the cloud native database. Now when you do this, right, what do you get? Are you getting the agility, scalability, sustainability compared to what you had on premise? Are you having the true cost saving? Is your security and compliance posture intact? Well, the answer is you are achieving this partially by just doing the lift and shift. Okay, lift and shift or conversion of database or adopting something, one or two cloud native programs, right, does not give you the 100% of the digital age, right? So how do you do that? What do we recommend is you need to have plan for transforming your application to the cloud native. So you need to convert your business logic into the microservices. You need to start using the serverless compute. Okay. The second thing is that your data platforms, right, all your big data kind of platforms or your business intelligence solutions, right, you need to start adopting all cloud native. So you need to transform your data solutions to the cloud native. The third thing is that wherever possible, you need to have PaaS and SaaS kind of platforms. So all these things we need to define it in a framework. Okay, and until unless you define, you cannot execute this well. Then coming to automations, right, DevOps. These are the things which you need. So when you do this, right, then you can say that you are towards the digital age and you are on a right path. Okay. Um, Now, who we are, what Cloud4C does, and how Cloud4C can help you to build the right transformation frameworks, right, for the cloud adoption. Before I move forward, like I would like to run a poll over here, where we would like to understand where are you in your current cloud adoption journey. So I'll just wait for 15 seconds and then move forward. So can we please run the poll? All right, I think you would have done with the poll, so I'll just move forward. Um, so the introduction to the Cloud4C, who we are. We are hybrid managed service provider, and the Cloud4C approach is automated factory approach for any cloud transformation. We have the experience in any public cloud platform, so like Azure, AWS, Oracle, Google, right? And we have our own cloud platform by the name of Cloud4C, through which we are helping organizations to do the local hosting in country. Okay, um, we are present in 25 countries. We are one of the Azure expert MSP with 7+ advanced specializations. We are partnered with AWS, Google, IBM, right? Um, some of the awards which we have got recently for the transformation is that we were recognized by Microsoft for the Partner of the Year in Qatar. Um, Recently, we got the banking technology, the MIA Finance Award for the most innovative cloud service provider, right? So these are some of the awards which we have. Um, Cloudforce is headquartered in Singapore, present in 25 plus locations across the globe. Um, in the Middle East, we are in Saudi, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, South Africa, right? So these are the places we are present. Um, we are servicing around more than 4,000 plus enterprise globally. Coming to the service portfolio, right, where we are majorly focusing um, today is IT modernization services. Okay, so there are 5 services which we offer: infrastructure modernization, application modernization, database, workspace, and the security. This we are doing it through our own proprietary framework, the Cloud Awesome framework, which we have made, and this framework is actually made for all cloud platforms. Okay, how are we helping organization to do their business transformation and achieving the digital age? Okay, so what we do is, very first, when we engage, right, through our framework, based on the need, right, we do the assessment, we do the migration blueprinting, we do the landing zone design, and then we do the deployment. So once we deploy or help organization move towards the cloud, right, then what we do is, and this is very important, we need to have the right governance in place. Okay, so we ensure that the cloud governance is in place. Right security posture with the cyber defense framework has been placed and has been defined well. Along with that, the business continuity. So these are the 4 pillars, right? We ensure that are done well when the organizations are transformed to the cloud. And post that, we look into the innovation phase. We call this as an innovation phase, where we help organizations transform their applications, their security, and the databases, right, onto the cloud native based on the best fitment. Okay, so the true digital age which I talked about, right, is to adopt the cloud native, right? Now this, if you look at it, right, it's not simple that we can do it in couple of weeks. This whole program, right, takes anywhere between um, few weeks to the months. Okay, and during this journey, we also offer the managed services. So the platform for the managed services, we call it as a SOP. That stands for self-healing automated platform. Okay, so here we are doing the uh, proactive operations, and this is all automated managed services. So everything is automated over here. Along with that, we support the Devops, and then there are people behind it who are majorly focusing on well architected best practices and the next generation frameworks. Okay, so this is how we help organization to move towards the digital age. Okay, um, with this, I really want to run this second quick poll. That do you have the strategy for application and the security modernization? Because this is something which is very important, and then this is important for us to know. So please, uh, I request that we run this poll, and I'll wait for 15 seconds, and then we'll move forward. All right, so let's move forward. So the application modernization, right, is something which we are majorly focusing today, because all the organizations after migrating to the cloud are looking for transforming their applications, right? So here we can help you to evaluate and identify the right technology. We do the right assessment for you, and then help you to modernize the applications. And then for further, we do the innovations onto that, right? So that will help you having the right SLS which you need, the better SLS, lower cost, it's secure, compliant, and it ensures the business efficiency, right? Um, the second solution what we have, right, is we are focusing majorly is on desktop as a service, right? So any cloud platform, right, we can help you define the right framework and then help you to do the deployment for the desktop onto the cloud. Along with this, we can also do the workspace modernization for you, right? We have the cloud migration factory approach, through which we have the program called Switch to Cloud. In this, we are helping organizations having the SAP applications, right, to migrate to the cloud, and we are offering the conversion services like SAP ECC to S4 HANA, and then on top of it, we're also helping organizations to the application managed services. Okay. DevOps, again, when you do the cloud transformation, DevOps is the key and it's very important. And I personally feel that without the DevOps, you cannot reach the efficiency. Okay, so that's where we have the full-fledged services for the DevOps end-to-end, which we take care of, not only just the infrastructure, but also all kind of applications, automations and deployments, testing, everything. We take care of it to the DevOps services, right? Coming to the security services, which is important. So this is the end-to-end security services which we offer today, taking care of all your compliances, all your security governance, all your security configurations, right, which are required, right? Automated compliance. So this is a very unique value proposition which we have in the market. When you move to the cloud, right, we have a process, we have a through our self-healing automated platform, we do the entire security governance check automatically. So every day, the robot or the backend system checks the cloud posture, checks all the security parameters, and tells you that where you are at your compliance. So basically, what is the risk to your compliance? Are you 95% complying? Are you 100% complying to the security controls? Or are you having any risk to it, right? So this is important. So this is the automated compliance as a service which we have recently started, and most of the financial institutes are benefiting through the service. We have a banking service portfolio. So the platform or the framework which you have created, we call this as a bank in a box platform. So this platform or this framework takes care of end-to-end for the assessment of all your applications through the cloud migration factory. It helps you to transform to the cloud. Then wherever possible, we do the modernization, right? And all services till, all layers are being covered in this framework. We are partnering with more than 25 plus banking ISVs. Some of them are Finacle, FIS, Intellect, right, TCS Bank. So these are the partners through which we work and help organizations deploy their workload or transform their workload onto any cloud platform. Okay. I was talking about this self-healing automated platform. So this is important to know that what we have done here is that this platform is being created using all the open source. So there are many algorithms on a backend which runs, which detects the issues with the platform, with the application, with the database, with the security throughout, across. Okay, and if there is a impact to the SLA, right, it will send an alert. It will, even before it's sending an alert, it will also identify that is it a false positive. If it is false positive, it won't do anything. If it is not, then it sends an alert, and it also has a mechanism to auto correct things. Okay, so automatically, even before the user comes to know or the organizer comes to know that there was impact, right, it goes and fix the issues, right? So this is a completely automated managed services platform which we have built. Some of the case studies, right? So in Africa, one of the organizations, right, ANPG, was looking for migrating their workload, the SAP workload and the non-SAP workload to the cloud. So we help them build the right framework onto Azure, and we help them deploy their SAP workload. And this was done within 6 weeks of time, right? And we have ensured that there was a zero data loss. And the solution, right, after deploying onto Azure, the business continuity solution which we deployed um, ensures that there is a zero data loss in case of an impact, right? The second case study which I want to talk about is that Standard Bank in Africa. So this bank, we have deployed their workload onto Azure with the bank in a box framework. Okay, and the SLA which has been built, it also takes care of the application, not only just infrastructure, security, compliances, but also the applications. So it's an end-to-end SLA has been built, and then looking at it, right, the way the SLAs are being maintained, right? So there are certain services which we have used, which are the cloud native, and the way the placements of the infrastructure has been done, right, is as per the best practices. One of the oil and gas company, 11 PLC, we help them transform their entire SAP and non-SAP workload onto the cloud, right? Same way. They have seen the benefit of 40% in the TCO for the 3 years, right? When they did the 3 years calculation, it was around 40%, right? With this, I would like to call for a third poll, and this would be the last from our side. So, how do you want to engage with Cloud4C for defining the right IT transformation strategy and the framework? Right, we can help you support whichever way you have started with your cloud or the digital transformation journey. Right, please let us know. So polls are open, so you can do that. And with this, I would like to thank you very much, and stay safe, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravi. What a great presentation that was. It's so good to know about you and your company out there. And definitely the audience participated on the polls. It was getting shown on the front end. Unfortunately, we in the back end weren't able to see, but in the front end on the stage, the polls were very much live and I could see a lot of audience participating. So thank you so much, Ravi, for that excellent presentation. Any concluding thoughts, Ravi?
No, I think all I just like to say is that with this pandemic situation, right, we all together will overcome this, and we'll definitely see the new normal. Right. Thank you all. Stay safe.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ravi, for that.